What's going on, guys? Jack here with Cajun Smokers there. We're going to go ahead and trim this brisket up there. It's a Angus beef. I actually got pretty cheap, man, $33.19. All right, guys, we'll get into it because I don't want my camera to die. I'm trying to keep the bugs out. I got a screen fence, as you can see. Uh, all right, I'm going to take my knife right here. You want to make sure you want a sharp knife. Sharp knife. I'm gonna cut along this fat right here to open up this bag there. The way we don't cut into any of the meat. We gotta get this bag off of here. Oh, you can feel the fat already. It's pretty warm out here, guys, so fat's gonna be a little hard to trim, but I think we'll be able to get it. It's like the second brisket I trimmed, so don't don't judge me too much. I'm gonna go ahead and try and get her done. This brown stuff, that's whenever they vacuum seal the bag over it, steam. We're gonna get all that off there. I'm gonna get all this off, try to get this without getting so much blood all over my table, but look like that's not gonna happen, so. Oh, there we go, blood all over the floor. I got my little bucket there. All right, guys, this is the this is the bottom. This is the top over here, right here. A big chunk of fat right here. We're gonna go ahead and some people call this the mohawk, but this is the flat. This is your point. Seems to be a pretty good brisket, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get her trimmed up. See how good she looks once we got her trimmed there. First, I'm gonna start off with this piece of fat right here. I'm gonna cut that off real quick there. Start from here. You always want to cut away from you, but sometimes you can't. But I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of go at an angle. Just cut this angle off, get all that fat off. This ain't gonna render whenever you cook, so I'm gonna go ahead and trim some of that off real quick. Get some of that trimmed up. This right here, so I can hit my camera. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and trim some of this off there. You want to kind of get it as flat as you can, guys, because you want it to be aerodynamic. This side, not really so much worried about cutting down to the meat. I'm gonna reuse that fat there, probably some burgers or something. Go ahead and cut all this brown off right here and get it cut off. Might have to take these gloves off because they're slipping. Then you could get down and see how much fat's actually in there, guys. So and we're gonna reuse that, make some hamburgers. Boy, that flat's got some pretty good meat right there, man. I like that. That cut off there. I don't know if you could see that, but pretty good meat right there. Gotta have a pretty sharp knife, guys, when you're doing this, because I'm gonna try to get some more of this off here. Go ahead and cut it from this direction there, and kind of want to get up under there and get all that fat. It's really hard. It's not gonna cook. So you want to try to get much as that off as you can. Not gonna render down. It's not gonna do anything for the cook. I mean, we're gonna leave some on, obviously, but as far as this right here, we want to get rid of that because it's just not gonna. It's not gonna do anything for the meat. Some people don't cut it deep. I'm gonna cut it pretty deep right here. This part's gonna be down, so the juices can't puddle. So cut some of this off too right here. Some of that bad meat off. You want to watch your fingers when you're doing this. When you got a sharp knife, like I said, you want to try to go away from you so you don't cut yourself. See, you still got a lot of fat left in there, but we're going to trim her up, make her look a little better. I'm going to get some of this silver fat off too. Don't worry, guys. I know it looks like we're cutting off a lot, but we're not. I'm going to reuse all that for some burgers. And grind it up, make some burgers out of it. And you want to try to get, you don't want to leave anything. That's some thick fat. I have to do some good trimming on the other side. Should cut a little bit more off right here. I think that's good right here. Might leave a little bit of that still on there right here. And it's still pretty hard. I'm gonna try to cut a little bit more out, just because, you know, we don't want all that fat. That fat sucks. You know, when I grab a big slice of meat, I don't want no fat on it. All right, I think that's good right there. Good enough for me anyway. I mean, a lot of people would probably trim it deeper, almost split it. I'm gonna go ahead and leave some of that fat in there just so it can render down, and this part's gonna be facing the grill, so it should get a lot of heat. Let me get some of that, more of that fat off. I don't like the big stump right here, but that fat's gonna go all the way across. And that's good. I'm gonna trim this, some of this off right here. Like I said, we're gonna grind all that off. I'm gonna cut this big chunk of fat off right here. Don't need that. Trim some of this off some right here. I don't know if y'all can see it in the camera. I hope y'all can. I'm kind of recording without being able to see. All right, well, that's good right there. I'm gonna take some of this down right here. I'm gonna cut some of that off right there. You want to try to make this as aerodynamic as you can. You know, you don't want to cut too much into the meat, but if you cut a little bit off of the meat, it's fine. And you don't want to stop, go. You kind of want to go all the way across. That way you don't leave any gouges. Trim some of that off some more right there. You want this to kind of sit flat in the pit. You know, you want the air to flow across it pretty good. Butcher cut right there. It's all right though. We can live with that. Get some more of this off. Just as you go, you want to make sure there's no loose ends. You know, like this. I'll probably cut some of that off there. Get some of that off there. Right here. Okay. Not really too worried about this flat right here, because I'm gonna, matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off now. That's thin. That's gonna burn. That's gonna burn in the smoker. So you don't want to waste it. You know, you want to kind of circle it around, give it a little cut here and there. You know, I mean, it's starting to get thick, so I'm gonna leave it right there. I think that's good right there. I'm gonna get some more of this fat off here. I'm gonna get this fat off here. Kind of pick up on it if you have to. It almost peels away for you. You don't want to leave any rough edges because you want that air to flow. Like I said, when you're cooking this thing, big piece of meat. Get some more of this fat off here. I think that's might be good right there. I'll take a little bit more off here. This is gonna sit flatter once I finish the other side too, so at least it should anyway. Alright, I'm gonna come over here. Get some more. I'll cut some more of this fat off right here. Like I said, it don't matter if you cut a little bit of meat off, as long as you cut down these edges. You don't want it to be aerodynamic. You don't want nothing to pull up. Y'all can hear me say that a lot. Still got a lot of fat right there, but I don't think I'm gonna, well, you know, might even cut that off, man. I don't know, we'll see. I don't want to lose all this meat right here. We'll see once I'm finished the other side. Cut some of this fat off right here. You know, like I said, it looks like I'm taking off a lot, but I'm not. Just taking off the edges, that way some good airflow on it. Don't worry, none of that meat's gonna go to waste. I'm gonna use it for burgers or something. Grind it up. That's pretty good for this side. Still might cut some of this off right here, so we'll see. I think that's good. I mean, it's nice and smooth, so flip it up to the other side there. Now this is the top. Go ahead and cut along this edge right here. Like I said, you got this big piece of fat right here, so I'm gonna just cut that hump off. Start from right here and just kind of cut across, get that mohawk off, flatten it up a little bit. And this piece right here, see this right here? I'm gonna cut all that off, because all that's gonna do is burn. Need none of that. Make some sausage out of that. This big fat right here, I'm gonna just kind of cut it across and try to come across here at an angle. I'm right-handed, so this kind of hard, but I hope y'all can see what I'm doing. Just kind of cutting it off. Gonna go as far as I can with it. Cut that off. You know, I'm gonna still try to cut some of this out. Go ahead and cut this big chunk off right here. Make some burgers with that. Kind of round it off. Make that point a little bit more aerodynamic. Just like that. You know, it's a big thick flat right here, man. So I think I'm gonna cut a little bit more off right here. Take this off. I mean, this is the point, so it's already got a lot of fat inside all that marbling. So you can go to skin on here. It's right here where you want to keep as much fat as you can, about 1/4 of an inch, because that's a lean meat. And I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of cut this off a little bit, straighten it up some, make it a little flat. By all means, I'm no pro, but you'll see. I just wanted to stay flat so the air can flow. You know what I mean? I got a big chunk of fat right here that we're gonna cut off. You know, so I'm gonna go ahead and start trimming some of that off. Some good fat for sausage. Ooh, this brisket got a lot of fat. I mean, I'm just getting to the meat right here. So I'm gonna just cut right here, make a nice little line right there so I can see how far I need to go. Not cutting much off, just mostly fat. Some really thick fat right here. By all means, not a pretty brisket. But we're gonna clean her as much as we can, you know, and go from there, man. Get all this fat off, because you don't want all that fat. She's starting to feel good, but I want to dig some of this fat out right here. So I'm gonna I'm gonna come cut it some more, cut it down some more, trim it some more. It's a lot of fat right there. Now we're getting to the heart of it. Starting to get to the good meat. Cut a little bit off right here. All right, right here's where you want to be careful because you don't want to go too deep because you want to leave some of this fat here to protect the flat because it's really lean on the flat. You should start looking at all that marble in there. It's going to be good. Just kind of trim some of these points off, give it a little bit more aerodynamic so we don't have any burnt. It's real thin brisket, man. It's weird looking. I don't know. It's been a weird cut, I guess. Let's see. I want to get some of this more of this fat off. It's gonna run it down, but so I'm gonna try to cut this down some more right here, just to get it a little smoother. Oh, see, and that don't matter right here. Like I said, this is the point, so it's right here. You want it protected. Cut some more of this fat off right here. A lot of fat right there. Yeah, see, I'm starting to get to some meat over here. So you want to be careful. You don't want to go too deep. You want to leave a 1/4 of an inch. Still think it's a little too thick right here, so I'm going to trim it down a little bit more. Cut some of this corner off right here because it's just, there's a lot of fat on this thing. See that? You don't want to start getting to that meat right there. You want to leave some fat on here. Gouge it a little bit, but it's not going to hurt it. It's got a lot of fat right here. It's hard fat. I'm going to try to cut that some more. I want it smooth, 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 smooth. Oh, went a little too deep right there. Like I said, guys, it's probably my second one trimming, so Bear with me. You can laugh. It's okay. Just know when it's cooked, it's gonna be good. Oh, see, I'm getting into the meat. We don't want that. I think that's good right there. I don't like that little puddle right here, so it's probably gonna puddle up. Some gonna puddle up right there, and I don't like that. Might better stick a piece of fat in it. Let's see. Trim it a little bit more. So I get a little more aerodynamic. You don't want the juices to puddle, because then it's gonna cook away your seasoning. Yeah, I'm gonna probably come and round this off a little bit, just to get rid of some of them sharp edges. See, it's fat, but this is gonna burn. I'll trim a little bit more off just to make it look a little bit better. Cut this point off right here. Just kind of cut the corners off. Cut this point off a little bit right here. You don't want those sharp edges for it to burn. And I'd say that's almost done. Trim these edges a little bit more. Clean this up a little bit. It's gonna be a thick cut right there, guys. You see the grain right here? So that's how you're gonna do your slices. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it right here so I know how to follow my grain. I'm gonna go right across the grain. And that little piece right there is gonna tell me how to start my slices. I mean, it's about 1/4 of an inch. Trim, clean this up a little bit. Don't have any jagged edges. You don't want jagged edges. And it's gonna sit flatter. I kind of want to get some more of this fat out. So I'm gonna try to cut it some more. Some more of that fat out. Kind of flatten this up a little bit. I know it looks like I'm cutting a lot off, but I'm not. Gonna make some good hamburgers for later. It's worth it for the cook. Got a lot of marble in it though. I like that. All right, guys, I think she's ready. She's ready for some seasoning. I think she's ready to get the rub on. Cut that little bit out right there. This thing ought to cook pretty good. The thing I'm worried about is a little gouge right here, but guess we'll have to live with it. And by all means, I'm not a pro yet, but I'm trying to become one. I think that's good, guys. I think that's a good. Nice cut, nice trim. Cut it this way, thick, 1/4 inch here. A lot of people, they cut this off. I'm not going to because I don't want to waste all that good meat right there. Like I said, it's gonna be down, so I mean it sits pretty flat. So, all right, now we're gonna get the rub on it and put it in a pan. Cut off a few of these little edges right here, so they're gonna burn. So this will probably burn too right here. So we're gonna leave that on anyway. I mean, I don't want you see how small that brisket would be? I'm gonna leave this on just to get some burn ends off of it. So let's see. Yeah, I think we're good right there. All right. Stay tuned. I will go get the seasoning. I'm gonna go ahead and inject her with this roasted garlic and herb. I don't know if y'all can see that. Go ahead and get a little injection going on in her. Nothing too serious, just to add a little flavor to the inside. Go ahead and get a few injections in her just get a little fluid in her. That's all. I mean, nothing. We're not gonna put a lot. Oh, it squirted out. Just to Give her a little bit of flavor. That's all, guys. A little bit of juice on the inside. That's all I'm looking for. Not a lot. Maybe 2 syringes, and that's about all I'm gonna put in her. I'm not gonna do a lot of injection on it. Just kind of gives it a little flavor, that's all. All them juices should render in there pretty good. I think that's good enough. Good enough for me, yeah, guys. I took my gloves off. I'm sorry. I had to for the rub. All right, guys. Let's see. Gotta get some of this juice off of here, but that's fine. I use a mustard rub, so that's what I'm using today. A mustard rub. Take that mustard. Wipe my hands. Clean my hands off before I stick them in there. All right. Take that mustard. Pour a little bit of mustard on there like that. All right, that'll cover the whole thing. I think that's good. Spread that mustard on there, guys. I always use a mustard binder, pretty much on all the meats I smoke, guys. I don't know, you don't taste it. You don't taste the mustard. Yeah, nice and smooth, and sure to cook pretty good. Just rub that mustard in, guys. Baby, give me some paper towel. I'm sorry. All right, so this is my rub, my own rub. So I'm gonna go. Well, let me turn that fan away so it don't blow all my seasoning off. And I like to put it pretty thick on here. And I'll probably put more on just before I put her on the smoker later tonight. This is just to get the seasoning to start binding to it. Like I said, I like to put it pretty thick. Cover every little detail. Every little piece of meat. And the binder, the mustard kind of helps so you can see where you missed, where you didn't get any at. Like I said, I like to put it pretty thick. You want to get it everywhere, guys. You want this. You want it covered. Covered. I might need some more. Look. Yeah. Yep. We're gonna cover this bad boy up. Get it nice and thick. Nice and thick. I might be good with that, love. And you want to make sure you get the sides too, guys. You want, yeah, like I said, you want this rub everywhere. Everywhere you see meat. Everywhere you want it covered. A lot of people, they use just salt, pepper. Me, I like my rub. It's a good rub. Leaves a pretty good bark. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick it in the pan. I'm gonna stick it in the pan there and put some more. Not finished yet. Still gotta get this side. Say you wanna get it everywhere. Every crack, every cranny. Just the thicker, the better. Yeah, had to add some more rub, guys, sorry. My beautiful assistant over there helping me out. Put some more, get it in there. I usually cook my briskets with fat side down. I think this go round, I'm gonna cook it fat side up. Just to try something different. All right, man, she is covered. And I think we're gonna leave her just like that and put her in the fridge and let her sit for a little while in the fridge and check back later, guys. I'm gonna light up the smoker later tonight and I'm gonna put her on and I'm gonna go through the settings and the how-tos on how to smoke this bad boy. What's going on, guys? I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see this, but we're gonna give it a shot there. I'm gonna turn the pit on. Turn it on. Drop it down to its lowest setting and go up 1 degree, just so I know what temperature it's set at. So, well, actually, I'll take it down to extreme smoke. I'll leave it on extreme smoke. Always open your pit whenever you first start it. Let it cool down. My grill's preheating, so we'll see see how long it takes for it to preheat. It's just about 180 when you set it on the extreme smoke, so that's cool. We'll leave it at 180 for a few hours to really get some of that smoke flavor in it. That bad boy right there. I'll let this come down. And while we're waiting for the smoker to start, the brisket right here, I'm gonna let her sit right there for a minute. Let her just pull her out the fridge. So just let it come down to room temperature a little bit. So it's a good practice to do. I took it out a little too late, but I think we'll be okay. All right, guys, I'm back. She's preheated. It's been about 10 minutes. So I turned her on. She's at low, 181 degrees. We're gonna go ahead and stick that bad boy on the pit. Open her up. Oh, look at that smoke. A little bit of smoke in there, Mom. What? Okay, we're gonna take this bad boy right here. Oh. All right, let's see, which side's my fat side? Oh, I see it, just like that. My pit gets hotter closer to the left there, so I'm gonna put the point there. I'm gonna stick her right there, just like that. It's my cooler side, so I'm gonna let the flat on this side so it doesn't cook faster than the point. Hopefully we can get it and they'll cook, you know, roughly the same speed, you know. Put some seasoning right there. I took it off of my hands, so you know we like all our seasoning on, you know. And hopefully we'll get a nice consistent cook on this bad boy. Yes. Stick it on there. I want to get a little bit more seasoning because I want to throw some more seasoning on it. Alright, I got my seasoning. Keep it in a jar, a nice jar. I know this is unconventional, but I don't have my shaker, so just get a couple of bald spots I want to apply some more seasoning to. I think that's good. A couple of spots that I saw. And yeah, we're gonna go let her cook there at 180. We're gonna let it sit there for about 3 hours. Let her smoke for about 3 hours and then come back, bump the temperature up. I'll be back. See y'all soon. Hey guys, I'm back. Still holding at about 180. 180 on the bit there. I'm gonna spin on for 2 hours. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at her. Maybe put a little spritz on her. Turn the temperature on up a little bit. So a little bit of apple juice and water. Help lock in that smoke flavor. And I'm gonna let her go for about another 2 hours on the extreme smoke. It's looking good. All right, guys, I'm back. We're at the 4-hour mark. What's she look like? Oh my God. That thing looks good. Give her a little spritz. What's going on, guys? All right. We had her set to the 180, 200 for the extreme smoke. Now I'm gonna crank her up to 225, and that's where she's gonna stay the rest of the cook. See you back in about an hour for some more spritz. Hey, I'm back, guys. She's holding temp. Come and check her out, see what she look like. Ooh, she is looking pretty, pretty. Come and give her a little spritz. Probably be the last time I open her up until the wrap. Good. All right, guys, stay tuned. I'll be back whenever she gets close to the stove. What's going on, guys? It's been about 3 hours since the last time I checked. Still holding pretty good. Internal temp 155, 151, pretty close. We'll go ahead and throw another little spritz on her, see what she look like. It's been a little while. Woo! Oh, that thing looks pretty. She's getting there. Still a little spongy. Oh, look at that beautiful thing. What's going on, guys? Also on the other smoker there, got some bacon wrapped asparagus with some diced potatoes, onion garlic, not onion garlic, butter garlic. Got that going. Go with that brisket. Woo-hoo. And speaking of brisket, let's go ahead and see what that bad boy look like. Ooh, look at that bark on that thing there, buddy. Wow. Let's see how soft that. No, fat's not quite pliable the way I want it. So she's not ready to get wrapped yet. What's going on, guys? All right, it's time for the wrap. She's been stalled at 160 for about an hour now, so we're gonna go ahead and take her and go wrap her up, man, so we can get her to push past this stall. Look at that baby right there, boy. Ooh. Yeah, boy, y'all see that? All right, we're gonna stick on that paper right there, and then we're gonna wrap her up. Wrap her up, put her back on, and let her roll for a little bit longer. Let's turn her around this way, yeah, so I can wrap it better. Just push that orange button. We're gonna wrap her tight. It's always better to use butcher paper, because just does a little bit better job. I'm gonna need a little bit more on that end there. Baby, tear me another piece of butcher paper, please. Make it long, across the table. That's good. All right. Nice and wrapped tight. Stick her back on there. Come on, get in there. It's definitely not probe tender yet. Yeah. Got that one in there. Ooh, that one's gonna be hot. Ooh, look at the juices in that baby. All right, so I guess we'll leave it like that. Just roughly about where it was. So I'll leave it like that and let it go a little bit longer. Thank you for watching. Alright guys, the temperature probes reached 207 internal, so I'm going to use my thermal pin to verify, and if it's where I like it, it's be time to pull her and let her rest for 2 hours in the ice chest. See what we got here. Alright, so we're going to stick this in the big part of the fat. Ooh, probe tender. Yep, that one's good. About 205. Alright, see about that flat. I get through the paper first. There we go. It's 198 on the flat. I guess that's good there. I don't want it to dry out. I mean, it is pretty probe tender. Got to get through the paper. You know, I mean, it's 201, 200. Still a little tight right there. Probably let her go for a few more minutes. She's not quite ready yet. Go a few more minutes. See you soon. All right, guys, I'm back. See what my temps read. Probe tender. Internal temp 209, 207. 207. Oh yeah, I think it's time to set her to rest, guys. All right, we're gonna turn the pit off. Take these probes out. And we're gonna take her out. And we're gonna set her in this ice chest to rest for 2 hours. Ooh, it's a little warm. All right. Let her rest for 2 hours in there. And that baby will be done. Stay tuned for the cut, guys. All right, what's going on, guys? Time to pull her out the ice chest, cut her up, and see what she tastes like. Oh gosh, she is still hot. All right, guys. Let's see what. Ooh, look at the juices in this paper. Oh my land, look at the juices in this thing. Jesus Christ. No. Oh my land, look at all the. That's just goodness right there. I wish I could save that. Babe, come move this this paper. You have to be fast because it's hot. All right, guy, here she is. Yeah, she's nice and squishy. There. Now the cut. She's out the pit. She's nice and soft. Oh yeah, she's gonna be tender. Tender as all get up. Alright, so this is where I made my little incision for the grain. So I'm gonna cut across the grain this way. I think it's this way. There's that little end piece right there. That's the flat. Oh my God. Cut it right down the middle. See if we can do a squeeze test. Look, the juice in there. I don't know if y'all can see that, but man, look this side right here. Watch that squeeze test. Oh, look the juice coming out. Look at that ring. What? Alright guys, let's do another little taste test right here. Cut it in. It's a pretty thick piece. I mean, look guys, it's just, I mean, it's just falling apart. Oh my God. Dude. That is so good. That is so good, guys. Y'all just don't even, y'all don't understand. I'm gonna cut another piece there. Slice it up real quick. I mean, guys, you know, I mean, and that's a thick piece. I mean, it just, look the, no, like just the, I mean, it just fall apart, juicy, in your mouth. I mean, the bin test, I mean, it's just, I can't even, I mean, it's, There's one taste it? Yeah. That brisket is so good, guys. Alright, I'm gonna cut it, we're gonna slice her up and give y'all a little presentation after she's all sliced up. Cutting some big pieces, some little pieces. I'm not the best at slicing these things, but oh my God, y'all just don't know. Cutting some big pieces, but big, little, it don't matter. This thing is off the chain good. I mean, the flat, dude. I mean, it's just, I don't know, you'd have to be here to see it in person. I like mine in thick slices, so. And it's still hot. I mean, it's fall apart. Fall apart brisket. I mean, look guys, look at that. Look at the juices. I mean, it's just juicy, juicy, juicy. I mean, even the very end of the point is just fall apart good. Got some burnt ends right here. Right here, that's the best part right there. That burnt end. Look at that smoke. Look, you can still see the marbling in it. Oh my God. I mean, it's just best piece right here. I mean, look at this, guys. Beautiful.